Cole Harrington was not supposed to be home this early. The gala, the kind of dull, glittering event where everyone bragged about money and power, had ended ahead of schedule. For once, luck was on his side. All he wanted now was silence. A drink. 5 minutes of peace. Nothing more. He slipped his key into the door, stepped inside the penthouse, and pulled it shut quietly behind him. The city noise vanished. Inside, there was only stillness. Perfect, or so he thought, because just as he loosened his tie and took his first step down the hallway, everything changed. A hand shot out from the darkness. It covered his mouth, hard. Another arm pinned him in place. His body tensed. His instinct screamed, fight. But before he could react, a whisper cut through the silence. Don't say a word. The voice was female, trembling, almost desperate, and instantly familiar. Cole turned his head just enough to see her face. It was Amara, the maid, the one who had barely spoken 2 words to him since she started. His pulse thundered. His mind reeled. Why would she be here? Why would she touch him like this? And why, in his own house, would his maid tell him to shut up? Her grip loosened slightly, but her eyes burned with urgency. Then again, barely a whisper, but sharp enough to freeze him in place. Please don't make a sound. Cole ripped her hand away, his voice low but furious. Have you completely lost your mind? Amara stepped back, her hands trembling. Please don't raise your voice. That stopped him for a second. She didn't sound like a servant who had crossed the line. She sounded terrified. Cole's anger shifted into confusion. He studied her face. Her eyes were swollen red. She looked like someone carrying a weight far heavier than she could bear. What's going on, Amara? He demanded. Her lips quivered, but her words came out steady enough to shake him. It's your son, Mr. Harrington. Nolan. He's been sleepwalking. Cole blinked. What? Every night since your last trip, she rushed on. Always around this time. He wanders. I follow him. I guide him back to bed. The air left Cole's lungs. He hadn't known. Nobody told him. You're not paid to do that, he said, trying to sound firm, but it came out hollow. I know, she whispered. But if I didn't, who would? Her words pierced straight through him. For a moment, he just stood there, silent, useless. Amara looked down, then back at him. Sometimes, when he walks, he talks too. He says your name. Sometimes he cries. Cole felt his chest tighten, his jaw locked. Why didn't you tell me before? Her answer landed like a knife. Because I wasn't sure if it mattered to you. He froze. He wanted to deny it, to defend himself. But deep down, he knew why it cut so hard. Then her voice broke again. But tonight, it was different. His stomach dropped. Different how? She met his eyes, and for the first time, he saw fear in hers. He nearly walked straight off the stairwell. Eyes open, but not awake. Another second, and he would have been gone. The hallway went cold. Amara's last words echoed in the silence. I caught him just in time. Cole staggered back a step, his mind reeling. His son, his only son, had been sleepwalking. Every night, and he hadn't known a single thing about it. His voice cracked as he spoke. How long has this been happening? Amara's answer came soft, but firm. Since the night I started here. Every night. After midnight. I follow him. I walk with him. I guide him back to bed. Cole stared at her. But you stay after your shift? You're not even paid for that. I know. She folded her hands, her voice trembling. But money doesn't matter when a child's safety is at risk. The words hit like a slap. Cole felt his jaw tighten, his chest heavy. Amara's eyes glistened as she continued. Sometimes he talks while he walks. He calls out for you. Sometimes he says your name. And sometimes, she swallowed hard, Sometimes he just cries. Cole's breath caught. His son had been wandering through the night, calling for him. And he hadn't been there. Not once. Every late-night flight. Every business meeting. Every important call. He had thought he was building a future for Nolan. But in truth, he was abandoning his present. His hands clenched into fists at his sides. Guilt crawled up his throat, choking him. And then Amara looked straight into his eyes. No anger, no bitterness, just the kind of truth that cuts deeper than any blade. Children don't feel belief, Mr. Harrington. They feel presence. Cole froze. The words landed like a hammer to his chest. For the first time, he couldn't hide behind excuses. For the first time, he realized he wasn't just missing moments. He was missing his son's life. Cole's heart pounds as Amara speaks, her voice trembling. Tonight, Nolan nearly fell, just a heartbeat away from disaster. Only her quick reflexes saved him. Only she stood between his son and tragedy. Cole's chest tightens. The realization hits him like a cold wave. He has been absent, blind, powerless. The woman he barely noticed, dismissed as just the maid, is the protector his son always needed. And he's been nowhere. A terrifying thought claws at him. Has he already failed Nolan beyond repair? Suddenly, soft footsteps echo in the hallway. Cole freezes. Shadows stretch across the walls. There, Nolan sleepwalking. Fragile, unsteady, arms outstretched, as if searching for someone, anyone, to hold him. Cole's breath catches. Every second drags. Time feels elastic, each moment stretching into an eternity. And then, in the thick silence, comes the sound that stops Cole cold. Daddy, not Amara, not anyone else. Cole. The word hits him like lightning. A second chance. A lifeline. Everything he's lost, everything he's missed, maybe he can still make it right. This is the moment viewers have been waiting for. Will Cole rise to it? Or watch his son slip further away? Cole lunges forward, but Nolan teeters on the edge. The screen could cut to black. Every heartbeat counting, every breath suspended. Cole sinks to his knees, hands shaking, as he pulls Nolan close. The boy trembles, tiny body rigid with fear and relief. I was looking for you, Nolan whispers, voice cracking. Cole freezes, letting the words sink in. Months of absence, missed moments, quiet failures, all collide in this fragile embrace. For the first time in what feels like forever, he feels the bond of fatherhood, raw and real. Amara steps back, her voice steady but urgent. Slowly. No sudden movements. Let him feel safe. Cole nods, every motion cautious. Nolan clings tighter, desperate. His small fingers dig into Cole's shirt, as if letting go could erase this moment forever. The fear, the longing, the need, it's all on Nolan's small shoulders. The room is silent except for their breathing. Every second stretches. Will this fragile reunion survive the weight of the past? Cole's voice trembles as he asks the question that has haunted him. How many times has this happened? Amara's eyes glisten, voice heavy with unspoken nights. 7 nights since I started watching over him. Cole's chest tightens. 7 nights of danger. 7 nights of being absent while his son reached for him in dreams. His guilt hits like a physical blow. Cole tightens his arms around Nolan, heart pounding. Can he be the father Nolan needs now? Before the next night brings another risk? Amara exhales slowly, her gaze distant, as if staring back at the pain of her own childhood. I know what it's like to wait for someone who's never really there. My mother. She worked herself to the bone, and I spent years wishing she'd just stay. Just notice me. Cole feels the words cut through him, each one a mirror of his own absence. He swallows hard, the truth settling like a stone in his chest. She's not asking for gifts or money or anything grand, Amara says softly, turning to him. Nolan, he's been waiting for you. For your presence. That's what makes him feel safe. Cole's hands clench as the reality hits. Love isn't in what you give, but in showing up, in being there when it truly matters. Nolan stirs beside them, still half asleep, murmuring, She was holding my hand. The words strike Cole like lightning. His son has found safety and warmth in Amara, something he himself hasn't been able to provide. A pit of guilt opens in his chest, but with it comes a fragile spark of hope. Maybe it's not too late. Nolan's small hand twitches, still reaching for Amara. Cole hesitates, heart pounding. One wrong move, and he could push his son further away. But if he can act now, if he can finally be present, perhaps he can still reclaim the bond he's lost. Cole exhales, voice heavy with guilt. You've done more in 2 weeks than I've done in 2 months. Amara shakes her head, refusing credit. But there's a quiet truth in her eyes that pierces him deeper than words ever could. He sees it now. The nights he skipped, the moments he outsourced, the love he thought he could delegate like work. For the first time, the full weight of his failures hits him. He's been absent in ways he can't undo. And yet, right in front of him, is the chance to rebuild, to show Nolan what he should have all along. But can trust really be repaired once it's broken? Amara turns to the kitchen, preparing tea. Her movements calm, almost ritualistic. Cole watches her for a long moment, heart pounding, then does something unexpected. He steps forward, taking control of the moment in a way she hadn't anticipated. The room seems to hold its breath. Nolan stirs slightly, sensing the shift. Whatever Cole has decided, it could change everything or nothing at all. Cole exhales slowly, looking at Amara with a mixture of guilt and determination. I'd like to keep you on, not just as a maid, but as someone who truly sees him. Amara meets his gaze, calm but unwavering. You don't hire love, she says softly. You just show up. The words hit Cole like a mirror. For the first time, he realizes that being a father isn't about delegating care or doing enough chores. It's about presence, consistency, heart. He swallows, nodding. Then, teach me. Show me how to be present. Amara studies him for a long moment, her expression unreadable. Finally, she challenges him directly. Then start tomorrow morning. Be the first thing he sees. Cole feels the weight of her words and the opportunity behind them. No excuses, no half measures, just a choice. Step up or continue as he has. He looks at Nolan, asleep but safe, and takes a deep breath. Humility and resolve settle over him. I'll do it, he says quietly but firmly. Not with excuses, not with conditions, just with honesty and the willingness to change. Amara leans closer, her voice soft with a hint of amusement. He only eats banana pancakes with cinnamon. Cole laughs, a light, unguarded sound. It feels almost foreign after so many tense nights. The moment is fragile, but it carries a rare warmth. A glimpse of normalcy breaking through the shadows of guilt and fear. They sit together, sipping tea in silence. The glow of city lights spills across the room. Words aren't needed. The quiet speaks of tentative trust, of small steps toward connection, of a father slowly learning what it means to be present. But the peace is delicate. Cole knows it could shatter if he falters again. Can this fragile calm survive tomorrow? Amara stands, gathering her things. Her gaze lingers on Cole. He doesn't need a hero, she says gently. He just needs his dad. Her words hang in the air, heavy with truth. Cole looks down at Nolan, asleep but safe, and realizes the work has only just begun. Cole closes the door behind him, the click sounding louder than usual. For the first time in months, He doesn't feel like a stranger in his own home. He glances toward Nolan's room, the soft glow of a nightlight spilling across the floor. Tomorrow will be different. He knows it. It must be. This isn't the end. It's the start of something he's never truly known. Redemption, presence, a chance to be the father his son deserves. The mini-hook lingers. Can he reclaim the role he almost lost, or will old habits creep back in? Cole takes a deep breath, chest tight but steady, and for the first time, he feels it. Home, not as a millionaire surrounded by possessions, but as a father finally showing up. The screen lingers on him, silhouetted against the warm glow of the hallway, as the story closes. Not with fanfare, but with the quiet, unshakable promise of change.